talk about my cottage on the podcast.
Okay, we're recording. Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
This is the SkyPyre podcast number, whatever it is.
Here's the thing.
I asked this. This is like a normal thing for all podcasts. It's like welcome to the podcast number. What is it again? And it's
no.
Every podcast does this. That number's the podcast.
This time I know.
Oh yeah.
So I remember because I put out 17. I put it on YouTube.
Right.
And you said to me, you were like, "Oh, it's not 17. It's 16." The thing is, we did a 16, but it never got like edited and put out because it was one of the online ones and it was really like choppy. So that never got done. And then we did 17, and then there was.
And then we tried last week.
Last week was a colossal failure. Really sorry to anybody that was watching that.
What happened?
Basically, Matt's internet decided to just
take a hike.
Fuck him violently. So
and the entire internet just went down.
Yeah.
And it was just, that's it. I can't do anything.
We're going to go over some of the points we were trying to talk about before. But basically, it was about E3 stuff. And, I would say, "What do you think of this, Matt?" And he would go, "What?
Oh, yeah. Wait,
this is..." And then it was cut off, and Matt was off of Discord and, offline on Slack and everything. It was really bad.
Oh man, I'd never seen that
very
before.
sorry to anybody that was watching that and was looking forward to that. It's not the case currently.
Yeah. That reminds me of what happened today.
So we're now 18. There was no 18. We're now 18. So
Yay.
SkyPyre podcast episode 18.
Yeah. We're all age 18. We're legal.
Yeah. We're all officially... our podcast is legal today.
Yeah.
In Quebec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To drink.
Which we live very close to.
Which we live very close to, yes.
Just talking about internet troubles reminds me of I won't get into details about it, but today we were on a phone call with a client, and they were in a McDonald's talking to us. And, you could just it was, choppy, in the background, but you could hear, your order's ready, and you could hear, beep.
It was very hard for me to talk and explain because the background noise was so loud.
Yeah, David is trying to
here's the thing. When they were talking, it was fine.
Oh, it's one of those. When the person talks, it's fine, but then when they stop talking, it's like...
Exactly. So when they were talking, we could hear them perfectly fine, give or take the stutteriness of the call. But as soon as they stopped talking, all you heard was just
those are
but
the
worse is it wasn't just constant, because you can hear through a crowd, right? That's how you learn when you're in like a club or a busy environment. That's how you learn to hear people. You can have a conversation at a convention while everyone around you is screaming, because at least the screaming is constant.
Yeah.
In this call, it was like it's super loud all the time.
Yeah, and it's at that level, that volume level, where it's just high enough that it gets through sometimes.
Yeah.
Other times it doesn't, so it kind of comes in and
gets in your head.
But
anyways,
but the funny part was poor David trying to give a software demo while this was in his ear.
And they were getting what they said. They said a frame every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So half a frame a second.
So what I tried to do is I was getting so annoyed by this, I tried to just mute them on my end. But we were using Google Hangouts, and I had some sort of admin powers, so I actually muted them for everyone. And so I looked like a total jerk, but then I explained myself, thankfully.
It was a comedy of...
It was a comedy of errors as far as a business call goes, but it's okay.
It's okay. Hopefully.
David, you have a game here.
Yes.
So what are we playing, David?
So we today are playing the backer beta for the upcoming mech tactics game called BattleTech. Being made by Harebrained Schemes.
Okay.
Makers of the new Shadowrun games and
Shadowrun.
I've heard of those.
How do I know that?
And also, what was the game? It's the one. It's kind of like a Dark Soulsy, cartoony. There's the little
Rhyme.
No. It's the characters are wearing robes, and all you can see is they're
Journey.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called.
It's like a dungeon.
Yeah.
It's
game. It's like Dark Souls made with a kind of a nicer kid-friendly palette.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Essentially. Anyways, so they also made that, and they were currently making this.
Okay.
So they're making a lot.
Yeah, they're actually.
Is that other game finished yet? The Dark Souls one?
I think so.
Okay,
They
yeah.
might be- they might
I
be
remember
doing
it came
updates,
out and
but-
it got okay reviews.
I got okay reviews. People like their Shadowrun.
I was really excited.
I'm pretty
for
sure
it.
that was Rhyme.
No, not Rhyme is a totally different thing.
Yeah, it's a
Is
different
it?
thing, yeah.
Rhyme is more.
They look
like,
the same.
Rhyme is more like the Witness kind of looking.
Yeah.
Right.
This was a dark game, but with an it would still look kind of pastel-y and nice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is like XCOM RTS.
Yeah, it's like XCOM style. Ah!
Where it crashes all the time?
No,
Wow.
I just did that. I clicked on the other screen.
Oh, maybe turn off borderless window mode.
It's fine. You can't really. The beta doesn't have many settings because it's really just the game.
Yeah.
Anyways, so here's my lance of mechs, as they're called, my group of 4.
Your Lance.
That's what they're called. They're called. It's like a lance.
Is that just a common term for a group of mechs?
In BattleTech or Mech
Okay.
Warrior or Mech
Okay.
Assault. Yeah.
BattleTech, is that part of a universe that's established?
Yeah, it's part of the BattleTech universe.
But is that part of
The
the mech?
Battleverse.
But Mech Warrior and BattleTech are completely different, right?
No, okay. So there is a very old tactics miniatures game called BattleTech.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that universe spawned a bunch of video games, including the Mech Warrior series, which are like a third-person action games. And so it's all the same universe. This is the same universe. Also, Mech Warrior Online, same universe.
But there's so many different developers involved with this IP. Who owns the IP? Is there a publisher?
This game is being published by Paradox, but it's being made by, so like I said, Harebrained Schemes, and the people who run Harebrained Schemes are the people who came up with BattleTech.
Okay.
Who's like made who made the board game. So
Oh, so it's like a digital version of the board game.
well, it's like it's being done in like the spirit of it because
That's actually an interesting idea.
As we know, when you can't just direct one-to-one translate a board game into a video game because different things work for different.
What do you mean by as we know?
I don't know. I guess.
Well, he means that we've made games, I think.
we
Oh
talk
yeah,
about
I
stuff.
guess.
And that's kind of a thing with IPs is that I'm like are confusing sometimes. Like, because I'm used to like because I've been involved in the Star Wars community for a long time, and I'm used to like Lucasfilm has complete control of the Star Wars IP, and they like completely decide. They have like a story group. They completely decide what's made and done in the Star Wars universe. But then you have like something like Star Trek, and it just seems it's just like a movie studio owns it. There's not really anyone in charge.
Yeah.
Really?
Is there? David, do you know?
Well, I know there's the
What?
Star Wars Bible. Or, sorry, Star Trek Bible.
Star Trek.
Is
Which
there
is, like, all
anyone?
of the
Is there
rules.
anyone like group of people that run the Star Trek IP like that are like
I don't know.
that are like calling the shots, like saying, okay, yeah, we're gonna make a TV show and it's got to follow these rules and.
Oh, you're talking like the way that Marvel has like a control over
Yeah.
everything that's going on with their
Yeah,
stuff.
like Marvel Studios and Lucasfilm. I'm saying, is there an equivalent thing for Star Trek?
No,
Okay.
but there is like a consistency.
Yeah.
I like how the trees boosh a little bit. That's kind of nice.
All right. So while David's playing this, we're gonna be talking about some E3 stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so let's get back to sort of what we were talking about before.
Yeah.
So you guys already covered some E3 games?
Not
We
really.
talked about Battlefront, so sorry, Michael.
Oh,
Here.
that's fine.
Yeah, we'll barely talk.
I don't have too much to say about that game other than
I'm excited.
It looks super fun, and
I want to play.
I'm
here's
just
what-
excited because the thing is that I got into Star Wars in the last couple years.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, this is the first time that you see like Clone Wars stuff that you would see in the show, but like photorealistic.
Yeah.
Which is super exciting. Like
Yes.
the fucking the what do you call them? Not Gunga. What's the planet?
The
Naboo.
Theed?
Naboo.
Naboo and Theed Palace.
Yeah. So that whole like Naboo thing that they had at E3
It
looks
looks
better
gorgeous.
than the prequels,
Yeah.
which
'Cause
is
the-
fucking amazing.
The prequels were some early CG, and I think that's what's so cool about some of the prequel stuff. That's the coolest thing about Battlefront in general, is like this new version of Battlefront is even if the gameplay wasn't that great and it was lacking like a lot of features, Battlefront 1 was like the most beautiful way you have seen many of these locations. It was so awesome to just run around. That's the only, like, once I kind of saw and did what I wanted to do in Battlefront, I didn't really play it. I was just like in awe of the graphics, and then I was done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like running around Hoth. It's like,
I remember
Yeah.
I played the beta, which was the open beta, which was Hoth and
Hoth, and it was what was the other game in that one?
Tar Planet.
Was it on Oh, it was on Celeste.
Yeah.
Celeste.
Anyway, but I remember I played that and I was just like, this is super accurate, but not very fun.
Oh.
And then everyone goes on to say, like, yeah, it's if you really like Star Wars, you'll like it. If you came expecting Battlefield with a Star Wars skin, you're going to be very disappointed because there's about as much depth as a puddle.
But here's the thing, and you got to give them a break. I imagine when they were making Battlefront 1, they were probably being told, we need this game out now while the fever is hot.
Oh, no, I've learned, after the Mass Effect thing, I've learned that you should almost exclusively never blame the developer.
To a point.
To a point. Like, it's almost like, if the game itself is terrible, then you blame the developer. But if the game is okay,
but
just seems like it's lacking something, it's almost always the publisher.
Or just like budget. They overscoped or something.
I should say it's almost always the minutia of the game development industry, whether it's budget, timing, etc., stuff like that.
But all I have to say about that game as far as E3 presentation goes is I found it strange. In their presentation, did you guys watch the actual presentations or just trailers?
I watched actual gameplay and people playing it, and talking about it, but I haven't watched the
presentations. Are notorious for being.
That's
awkward.
why I love them. I watch all conferences because it's just, it's like my playoffs or like my Super Bowl. I'm watching to see who wins for the most awkward press conference, or like who kills it and does like a really cool one.
So that's the thing. Normally, I'm always on board for E3. I want to see all the stuff. I want to see whatever. This year...
You getting burnt out?
No, it's not that I'm getting burnt out. In fact, you'd think that this year would be different because now that we're getting into the industry ourselves, in terms
we'd be more into it.
We would be more interested in the industry events and being like, okay, so these are the ideas that are coming out now. Like, what is already based on something we're doing? Like, you have to balance that.
What are the things that are
time.
Being marketed?
Exactly. Like, the other day I was watching a thing on Gigantic, which has open beta now, and they were talking about how the game works.
That game's not out yet?
Nope.
That game's been in beta for a while.
Well, then no, it was in beta, then it got canceled, then it came back, and then
That's
they
right.
redid some of it.
It got canceled. It's back?
Yeah, it's back.
Oh, good for them.
And it looks really good. But they were talking about a specific mechanic that they have in that game. And I thought to myself, like a back-end mechanic for how the heroes and stuff work. And I'm sitting there, and there's a project that I've kind of been working on. I'm not going to talk a lot about, but basically, I have that in there, and I was like, this is a novel idea, and I put it in the idea that I'm working on, and I heard about it at Gigantic. I'm like, fuck! Because, of course, as soon as, like, someone, like, it doesn't matter, like, if you have an idea, that's fine. As soon as someone else has an idea, and then everyone hears about their idea, your idea is no longer novel.
Yeah.
You know, because you didn't announce it, or whatever, so things like that, you have to keep an eye out. But I'm avoiding E3 because a lot of it is stuff built on games that came out in the last couple of years. Like last year and a half. So
what do
like,
you mean?
Like, for example, there's Dishonored DLC that they did with this thing. I haven't finished Dishonored 2.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't had time because of Halen and stuff like that to actually play any of this stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of like the DLC and expansions and sequels and stuff are things that I haven't got around to playing the first of. And I don't want to see the second one. So I've actually avoided E3 almost in its entirety with the exception of...
these trailers?
With the exception of Battlefront and Anthem.
Well, anyways, what I was saying...
Tell us about this.
Let me just get through what I was saying with Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
It was weird because in their, like, trailer and all they're talking about it, they're like, we're doing a story mode. We are doing a story mode. Aren't you excited? We're doing a story mode. Here's the actress who's playing the main character in the story mode. Here's what the story mode's about. All right. We're not going to show you any gameplay for the story. Here's some multiplayer. So, but then they have to be fairly along in the process of making it. So I imagine they do have some sort of gameplay, but they didn't show it.
That's very odd.
So they just showed multiplayer, which I was fine with, but I would have liked...
Yeah, but usually...
we've seen Battlefront multiplayer. They could show us a little bit of that, but they showed us like 15 minutes of it. It took up almost the entire EA.
Wow, that's weird.
EA showing.
Because usually they do first story mode. Even if they're not done, they'd show like the first 5 minutes and be like, okay, we're just gonna stop there.
Now let's show some multiplayer.
Yeah.
But it was strange.
That's very odd.
I heard that Battlefront 2 is considered amongst like the games journalism whatever is like Battlefront 2 was the winner of E3
Oh, yeah.
17.
Either Battlefront 2 or the new Spider-Man.
Ooh, that looks
Which
pretty
I
good.
haven't seen a single thing for.
It looked pretty good.
Looks sweet.
I've seen the.
I'm
some
very excited
gameplay,
for it.
and
Is it
looks pretty
based at all on the current Marvel?
No, it's
No.
completely own story. Which is
Okay.
good.
Good.
You gotta take the Arkham route. Just leave it in its own universe. Let it do its own thing. Give like a bunch of crazy villains to fight, and you're good.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Things are different in a game than they are in a movie.
Yeah.
You know, so you can have a bazillion villains in
Mhm.
a game. You can't have that in a movie
Yeah.
because you're
Yeah.
gonna run out of steam.
Some people are complaining that Spider-Man looks a little too Arkham-y, but I'm okay with that because I've played all the Arkham games and I never stopped loving them.
Yeah.
Arkham Knight, I had a pretty beast computer when I played it, so even though it was clamped to 30 FPS, it was still pretty enjoyable. I want to go back now that they've updated to 60 FPS though. But yeah, all those games are really good. Have you played the Arkham game?
I've played very little.
Oh,
I played the first one.
I want to play.
I
the crap
played
out of
Arkham
Batman.
Asylum. I borrowed Arkham City from a friend and only started it a little bit because it got sidetracked with something else.
I need to play some
yeah,
Batman.
I highly recommend.
I never
those games.
played the prequel.
It's Origins.
I never played
Origins
Origins,
is pretty good.
and I've watched through the story of
Night.
of City, Origins, and then Night, and
Yeah.
they're really good.
They're
They
fantastic.
are really good.
Arkham
Narratively speaking, those are incredible Batman stories.
Arkham Knight had a great story. All of them have a great story. I think the best one is Arkham Asylum.
Arkham Asylum is
Sorry. The best story is Arkham City.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
The best gameplay, in my opinion, this is an unpopular opinion, is
Here we go.
is City and Asylum.
Oh,
Or sorry, not sorry.
Uh-huh.
Arkham Knight and Arkham Asylum. Because City and Origins, I guess I'm kind of burnt out on open world City games, and so
Well, wasn't
like-
Night an open world?
it
city?
was, but it looked really pretty, and you could drive around.
Yeah, that Batmobile was weird though. I'll give the haters that.
I
definitely
liked
wasn't
driving
a
around. I
fan.
didn't like the tank stuff as much, but I was fine with it.
yeah, I need to play some Batman.
Yeah,
'cause
but
I've
yeah,
always wanted to.
Spider-Man is looking Arkham-y, but also it looks much faster, obviously, because you're playing Spider-Man. I think it's gonna be super fun to play.
I thought it looked really cool. It
Yeah.
looked very smooth.
Have you seen the Spider-Man trailer or gameplay, David?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what's next? Anthem?
Yeah, so
I think Anthem looks cool.
I've actually
Yeah.
seen nothing about Anthem.
So Anthem, from what I can tell, is basically what happens if you take the concept of power armor from Fallout 4, or within reason the Titanfall sort of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of
Except
Iron Man-y. It's very Iron Man.
Iron Man-y type of thing, where you have a suit and your suit is customizable and different whatever, and you mix that with like the sort of open world free ranginess of
Destiny?
the
Borderlands?
game flow of Destiny with the open ranginess of Borderlands.
It was super Destiny-y, which is
Yeah.
So in its core gameplay, it seems like a Destiny thing, which, to be honest, I think is not gonna do well, considering Destiny 2 is coming out, and apparently Destiny 2 is like.
But there's a lot
I
of
don't
people
know.
that could care less about Destiny.
That's true, but I don't know what the hell happened with Destiny, because I remember everyone was hyped, and then it came out, and everyone was like, "This sucks. There's no story," and then everyone continued to play it all the time, going, "I hate this game so much."
Yeah, I saw a lot of that.
Let me
Like-
tell you, because I played Destiny.
Yeah, you played through a lot of Destiny.
So when Destiny came out, and yeah, it was a big disappointment in many ways, because we were expecting like a Halo style campaign, right, with like cutscenes and good characters and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
we were
And
expecting
Nathan
a
Fillion.
a Bungie story.
And yeah, we were expecting a Bungie story. And what little cutscenes there were great. They were like
And good characters,
the
too.
few cutscenes we had were like really good, but there was so little of it. There was so little of it in original Destiny. And then in the first expansion, there was also very little cutscene stuff. In I think it was the third expansion, the Taken King. The Taken King, the campaign in the Taken King was really good. It had lots of cutscenes, lots of great character, lots of great moments and stuff like that. So that was really good. And I didn't play I didn't play the Rise of Iron, but in terms of playing it, like if they put more story content, I think Destiny could be like really good. Because here's the thing, gameplay wise, Destiny is great because Bungie knows how to make shooters. They
console shooters specifically.
Console shooters. Destiny is a great.
I am excited that 2 is coming to PC.
Yeah,
I will. If it gets good reviews, I'll get it.
Yeah,
but I'm afraid I won't know what's going on in the story.
That's my.
They
say that you can apparently start with Destiny.
Yeah, they said that you don't need the first one. The thing that
started
gets me...
with, just as a side note, I started with Mass Effect 2 because that was the first one that came to PS3.
Fair enough.
And I understood it enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't really need the first Mass Effect.
I like the
first one. I played the beginning of first Mass Effect, and that's a much better introduction to the universe. But
oh yeah, for sure. Like
you only played the beginning.
The beginning of Mass Effect.
And then Halen happened.
Yeah, the beginning of Mass Effect 1, and there's a few important narrative bits, are like that's really the best part. Like the rest of the game, in my opinion, David.
Yeah.
Is super bland because the combat is not good.
It had worse combat.
The combat is not good. The customization is terrible. But I mean, and the most of the dialogue was really heavy. Like they threw you into like a Star Trek universe with no warning, and we're like, here's all of this stuff and whatever, and we're gonna throw it at your face in super sci-fi fashion, and you're like, I don't. If you don't have the headspace for that when you go into it, you're like, I don't know what's going on. So that was me, and I played through it, and I went, I kind of want to play the second one now. So then I bought the second one on Steam that night and started playing it and go, now I get it. Because the second one, I got over the shitty gameplay of the first one.
The first one, there's still something I really like about the first one. I've actually played it multiple times. Because it
has this atmosphere
it has this style to it that the other ones don't have.
It's definitely the best narrative one.
Oh, also it's got it's my favorite story.
The universe.
Yeah.
I like the personal story of 2, but as far as like a Mass Effect universe story, and to be fair, I haven't played Andromeda.
Yeah, fair.
So I don't know anything about that one. But I really like the speech with Sovereign.
Yeah.
Which is, like, look it up. You don't need to play the game to get it. Like,
I have Mass Effect 1 installed with all the mods ready to go on it. I will play it eventually. But anyways, Anthem looks great. Yeah. I'm very excited.
I don't think I would play it.
It's on PS. Is it not on PC?
Is it going to be on PC?
I think it's all three platforms.
It's all 3 platforms.
Oh shit! I thought it was a PS4 exclusive for some reason.
No. It wasn't even shown at the PS4 show, was it?
Yeah, it was. It was Sony, but
was it?
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Sure?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it was shown at the
EA one.
It was
at the EA one. It wasn't Sony.
I don't know where I got.
Okay, well then, yeah, maybe it's on all of them, but
the only is Spider-Man EA.
Spider-Man is Sony.
Spider-Man is Sony. Yeah.
I know, but is it being developed or published by EA at all?
Spider-Man is definitely a.
No, it's
PS4.
Insomniac, isn't it?
PS4, but it's a PS4 exclusive.
Yeah.
Insomniac's a PS4 exclusive.
Well, it's by the people who made Sunset Overdrive, who they but they switched over to Sony for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because wasn't Insomniac
Sly Cooper kind of stuff?
No, there was also what are they called? The guy with electricity.
Look it up.
What?
Look it up. What's Insomniac? Is first of all Spider-Man
Infamous.
No, that's something else.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, it might be. I get confused with these Sony first party.
We're meant
developers.
to watch this.
You punched a robot.
Yeah.
With a robot.
Okay, what has Insomniac made? That doesn't look like a game studio.
Nope.
Insomniac Games.
They basically pulled up and there were elephants and stuff. I'm like, what is this?
Insomniac has made. Okay, they're making Spider-Man. So I was right there. And they made Ratchet and Clank, Song of the Deep,
Sunset Overdrive.
Okay.
Oh, they made Fuse? Fuse is such a sad game.
Insomniac made Spyro games. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Fuse was supposed to be really good back when it was Overstrike, and then they ruined it.
Was Fuse the game that Lucasfilm was involved in?
Maybe.
Maybe. It was the game where you
It
could
was
change the environment, right?
No, that wasn't Fuse. That was Quake. No, not Quake.
I can picture the cover of the game. I can't tell you.
Shatter, something like that.
Earth Shatter, ready.
The one where you could
You could lower the train or up the train. I was a demo. I played that on repeat.
Lucasfilm or LucasArts was involved in making that game, and I remember I was really excited because I thought, oh, it'll have a cool story. It's got these cool novel things, and then it got horrible reviews, so I never ended up buying it.
Yeah, apparently it wasn't good. No, Fuse was the one that it looked like it was basically a parody on like crack team of no like crack teams of like mercenaries or whatever who were sent in to do stuff. So there was it was like a guy sitting there like in like a kind of a sci-fi like interrogation room.
A Pixar style.
Yeah, it had like a Pixar style like long before Overwatch claimed that.
And what was it called before it was Fuse?
Overstrike.
Right, and I remember the
That's very similar.
I remember the trailer for that was amazing.
And he's
the
just
original,
like
the not launch trailer.
It's
or
like
the announcement trailer.
Like, what's your security clearance? He's like, it's like security level 5, headache level 9. Like it was like good like comedy, and they're like how do you explain the wake of destruction your team leaves behind?
Yeah,
enthusiasm.
It was definitely.
And then it played that song by Blur. Or whatever.
It was definitely a precursor to the Overwatch, Borderlands kind of style.
Yeah, because it was a long time ago, and then they rebranded it as Fuse and made it edgy and black and brown like Gears of War, and they lost all of the fun.
Yeah,
because it was supposed to be like there was like this gritty like leader type of dude, which is like your cliche
Soldier 76.
Soldier 76, but he had like a sense of humor about him.
Yeah,
like kind of like an Arnold Schwarzenegger type, but like. Whatever.
Well, we got to keep moving here.
Yeah,
anyway,
it was
God of War.
We have to get through all of them.
No, I want to get to some of them.
All right,
well,
God of War.
I didn't see anything about God of War.
God of War looks pretty freaking great.
They had a lot of stuff about God of War.
Some people are complaining that it's going a little bit too serious and in the direction of a Naughty Dog game, but I am okay with that because I love Naughty Dog games.
Here's my opinion about God of War. It's like I think it's an interesting universe and stuff. I don't think that Kratos is an interesting character.
But they're gonna make him interesting. Here's the thing. This is what God of War is. It's a bunch of young developers. They made the original God of War game years ago, and it's kind of edgy, and it's just like I will destroy all the gods. And
except watched this thing that was explaining why the first one was a really good story as an example of like some type of archetype, and then the second and third game in God of War was just like. I want to smash things because it sells well.
Yeah, God of War 1, 2, and 3 are a bunch of young developers who made a game that fit at that time. And now what's happened is with this God of War like it's not reboot, but this God of War continuation, this kind of like retelling of it, they brought back as much of the original team as possible, and they're making the game using the character they made, but from the perspective that they're in now as like parents. So they're older now. They're wiser. They're making a more introspective kind of older person game.
I've never actually played any God of War.
I like that. That sounds nice.
I've never played a God of War, and I think because it always just seemed like smash, and that was basically it. But watching this one, I don't know. There's just something about it that
it's deep. It's telling a cool story.
Yeah, I think it's just a cool story and just the dynamic of the characters and just how it is.
And it's mixing Norse and Greek mythology.
And the fact that they bring in the Norse mythology, that's like.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's super cool. God of War.
It just looks really interesting.
It is also a little funny. It's like, so we killed all the Greek gods. Okay, who's next? The Norse gods.
It's cool. It's a cool universe.
Let's go north.
Well, imagine the way that you have countries that have people. Yeah. You have countries that have gods.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's like he killed everyone in Greece, so then he went to Norway, and now he's fighting the Norse gods.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know where Norse gods come from. Assuming Norway.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like
Eastern
the Vikings.
Yeah.
Assuming that's Norway.
Sweden, Norway, all those guys up there.
Northern Europe,
yeah.
The Slavics, no.
But what I was going to say, with this game, that's the thing that I'm really excited about, is it's these guys taking their character and like using the things they've learned since they made the last game to tell a more mature and kind of like introspective story.
Yeah.
And then also updating all of the all of the gameplay to more modern kind of like a more Dark Souls, like Last of Us kind of mix.
Right. And the thing I like about the story as well is a while back, I think it was the teaser or something, people weren't sure. There was speculation that we were going to play as the kid, but now it's confirmed that you are playing as Kratos. And the kid and your son is with you all the time. And yes, he is confirmed to be your son, and all this stuff is like actually confirmed now, but it's
well, does it make you want to go back and play the first 3 games, or are you just going to jump straight into this one?
Just jump into this one. But I think it's just watching the gameplay, watching the trailer, I think it's interesting to see, based on what you know from Kratos, he's just very like, oh, I'm just going to do my thing and kill everything and screw everyone else. And now now the mother's like, no, you got to take care of this kid.
Yeah, I love it.
And he's like really learning to control his anger and like teach the kid, and you can tell like at certain points in the story he's ready to like strangle everything, but he's okay, let's calm down.
It really shows how big of an influence The Last of Us had. Because that game influenced both Logan and this game.
Yes, I could see. Yes,
like,
I can see that for sure.
The Last of Us has had lasting effects. I guess, and like it's really changed. It's inspired a lot of really, really cool games and movies that are coming out.
Yeah. So I don't know. God of War just looks really cool.
Yeah,
I think I know why it does that. Like why it has influenced so much is because like the age limit of games
is going up.
Went from being just a thing for kids, and every year that generation gets older, you get older people.
The 20 to 35 year range.
Exactly, right, and nowadays, not only is it technologically capable of being a higher art form that tells more in-depth, more adult stories,
but it's also got audience.
It's got an audience now that is large enough to, because there were adult games around in like the 90s and stuff,
but they had no one
as far as having deep stories and whatever, but. You know, unless you were like they did not sell enough.
You have the
compared to America.
You have the graphic ability now to tell any kind of story you want.
Yeah.
And we have the audience to tell those stories.
Now you have the full
I just think that
range
Last of Us was the ultimate expression of this is not a story for children. This video game is not for children.
No, not at all.
As children, do not get fooled.
Yeah, despite the fact that like, you know, you had Call of Duty and all this stuff that was all mature, it was still like Call of Duty is an action movie on steroids.
Basically,
which is something that kids can enjoy.
Yes.
You had, you know, like
Halo
and all this stuff.
GTA
or whatever.
You have all these games that are definitely a kid probably shouldn't play them, but like as far as gameplay goes,
but The Last of Us is just very real, very in depth. And you just feel for the characters.
Yeah, so I'm excited for God of War, and I'm happy that I think a lot of people are complaining that Sony's first party is all moving towards a Naughty Dog style, but I'm okay with that.
I'm not, because I don't have a PS4.
I do have a PS4, and I'm excited.
What I want is...
you have a PS4.
Yeah, what I want is for all the first-party stuff to not be first-party stuff, and everybody just makes things for everything, because we share that.
Well, yeah, they should.
But...
because the
is
exclusivity thing is a waste of fucking time.
But there is something to be said about knowing exactly what your platform is and developing specifically for that platform. That's why you can
but these companies are also big enough that they can do them all.
Yeah, but that's why you can... No, but that's why you can get a game like Uncharted 4 or Uncharted 3, like any of the Uncharted games, where Naughty Dog knew the PS3 and the PS4 so well inside and out that they could cater their game specifically for that hardware. Yes. They don't have to worry what graphics card these people running.
No, that's
they can
fair.
just and those games look in a lot of cases like Uncharted 4 is the best looking game I've ever seen, PC included.
I'm not saying everyone has to do it, but if EA went, I'm just doing Xbox. Well, you are able to do them all, so do it. Not like us 6, we couldn't do them all. Because we don't know. We could do PC or we could do Xbox.
Halt.
But like, if you're that big a company, go for it. Do it. Don't be
David's going to fill out the survey.
How is the technical...
Oh my gosh. All right, we've reached that point. Okay, ready? We're going to do a lightning round. There was a new Metroid?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Go, David.
30 seconds.
Okay.
It looks beautiful.
So, 2 new Metroid games. 2, after a million years, 2 legit Metroid games. 1, Metroid Prime 4, which we didn't even think was necessarily going to be a thing.
Yes.
We thought, there's probably not going to be another Metroid Prime game. So now there is Metroid Prime 4, so that's pretty exciting. We know nothing about it. And then we have a new 2D Metroid game, which who'da thunk it? Who'da thunk it?
Definitely not me.
Not me either.
Dunk didn't thunk it, I'll tell you
Dunk
that.
it, not thunk it.
All right, moving on. Next.
All right, the OG Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed Origins.
Don't care.
I'm gonna give it a strong meh.
I don't
Really?
care.
After a break in coming back, it didn't look good.
I didn't look. I
It
didn't
needed
see.
a break. I hope
You're
that
just Assassin's Creed fan.
Yeah, and for the past 4 games where they
You
keep, you know,
cared.
pumping one out every 6 months, I don't care.
What for?
They keep pumping out a game.
Well,
every,
they took a year off. So the team that's working on-
Oh yeah, there has been 4.
Then
Oh
there's
my
Unity,
God.
then there's this, and there's that, and there's like 4 games that I keep discovering. I keep discovering new games that apparently were a thing that I never heard of.
I
But,
forgot about the English one.
And I was like, what are you talking
Anyway.
I
about?
actually own that one.
So I
haven't
don't
played
care
it.
about Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's
that
Creed
they're making. I
Origin
don't-
is by the team that made Black Flag.
Yeah,
Okay.
The
but
team
like,
that made Black Flag is the one that made 2. So it's
Oh, well.
I'm
okay.
excited for it in that I think they did a fine job with Black Flag.
Where
The
is
story,
it set? China?
I still haven't
You haven't
finished
seen
Black
anything
Flag.
from it?
No.
It's set in Egypt,
Egypt.
which is
That's
fantastic.
the only thing I know.
Okay.
So
I can
I'm
see it.
down.
I still want the
But I am-
feudal Japan.
Yeah,
Assassin's
I'm
Creed
surprised they
back.
haven't done that yet. But I'm
I
down,
know, right?
and I will play it if it gets good reviews. But I'm very skeptical.
I just
Cool.
don't care
I'm probably
anymore.
not.
Assassin's
All right.
Creed burned me ever since AC3. I was a
Alright.
huge fan.
Mario.
That looked pretty good.
It looks good.
It looked pretty good.
I say nay.
It looks very good. It's kind of in the vein. Apparently this one's more in the vein of Sunshine and 64,
In 64, yeah.
which is great. I've never actually played Sunshine,
Another one.
but I have beaten 64, and that was a great game.
small Nintendo will rule the industry.
Nintendo's doing well, and
Okay.
and if Nintendo's doing well, it's a good day.
No, it's a bad day.
That's the thing with Nintendo stuff. It's like
Nintendo is the empire.
it's all like the
Shadow of
happy, friendly
Colossus.
things.
Yeah,
Shadow of the Colossus.
So it's like if they do well, it makes it feel good.
Shadow of the Colossus looks beautiful. It
it's
looks
weird that
freaking
they're
gorgeous.
making an HD remake, considering they just released an HD.
Yeah,
Not a remake, but an HD port.
I did not see that
I own
coming.
the like the cleaned up.
The PS3 collection of
PS3.
Eco and
Yeah,
I did not see that coming
I
at
lent
all.
it to someone, but I own it.
And
Yeah, it's like okay.
so this is the second time we're getting this is like a complete remake.
Yeah.
So I'm down.
I-
If they update some of like the controls and the way it
Yeah,
plays.
it has some. It's
Very outdated
controls
feel.
are very janky.
well, I'm sure they've completely redone that now.
Yeah, so I'm down.
But it looks beautiful.
Metro Exodus. Has anyone else seen this besides
No.
me?
Mm-mm.
I have no interest in Metro games
What is it?
personally, but that looked cool.
It
It
looks
looked-
super cool.
It looked
looks
almost too polished, so I don't really believe in that gameplay. It almost felt like it was E3'd a bit.
It was totally E3'd.
Yeah.
But the point is that I have played most of the first Metro, and then I got distracted with something and I never got around to it. I plan to finish it.
This is the story of our lives right here.
Basically.
as the last 4
I
years.
saw a game and
so-
then I got distracted.
Yeah, I can't wait.
And by distracted, I
to
mean like I
have
got
the
really
motivation
fucking busy
to
and didn't have time.
Get back into The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it because what I want to do is I want to play through 2033 and Last Light,
Yeah.
which I hear are both exceptional games.
I have all 3 of those games.
Apparently, Last Light is.
A common
then
theme here will
Exodus
be
came
I
out.
had that game. I have not played it.
Yeah. So that looks cool. Days Gone, I only know that it's a zombie thing.
Days Gone. Oh man,
Starring Sam Witwer, who is one of my favorite people.
Dude, so many zombies. It's ridiculous.
Sam Witwer, you know who he is?
Sounds familiar.
The apprentice from The
Oh.
Force Unleashed.
Also a character
Ugh.
in Battlestar Galactica.
Yes, and he was in
I'll let them
he was in Smallville.
To give you an idea, World War Z, you know how many zombies there were in there? And then you'd shoot one and they'd all come running at you? Yeah, that's this.
Yeah,
In the woods.
I'm excited about. So
Great!
so you have
It's scary as
it's
hell.
what it is basically. It's like take The Last of Us, that kind of vibe,
Yeah, and the
then
number
take-
of zombies.
and then take what's the game with the tons of zombies in them all?
Rising.
Dead Rising.
Take the amount of zombies from Dead Rising
And take them
give
running.
them a better AI and make them run.
Boom.
And
So
then,
it's basically open world Left 4 Dead.
yeah, and
Kinda,
then
yeah.
and then bring in that Left 4 Dead.
But it's like-
Left 4 Dead, Last of Us, Days.
But it's like,
But-
You know what I discovered? I'm still tired of zombies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
zombies could care less,
That's why I'm
but
surprised.
it looks like it might be a good zombie
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a good zombie game.
And there's
the tech is very interesting. They have a lot of characters on screen.
There's also so many zombies that when they run after people or you, they literally run over each other. That's how many there are.
Or sorry, is it online or is it?
I think it's a story game.
I think it's just a story game.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, that concludes our list of games. Anything else you guys can think of?
For E3, I think that's all I really saw.
The one, like the co-op Prison Break.
What's that called?
Shawshank
Get Out?
Redemption.
A Way Out? A Way Out was... A Way Out's my game of show.
I didn't like it.
I thought it was
amazing.
Neat idea.
It's a Prison Break
It's a neat idea.
Want to play it through
I
together,
just
David?
didn't...
Yeah, me and David are going to play through it together.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. You guys are the same.
But what's cool about it is it has contextual split screen, which is the coolest thing to me.
Yeah, like it looks like a cool idea, but I'm just like...
mean?
So
yeah, what you need is
I don't get the fun of it.
people to be committed to playing that
So
game.
depending on what's
To get
happening
the
in the
full
story,
experience.
so it's like a normal, it's like an Uncharted style story mode, but it's forced co-op.
Okay.
So you have two characters,
See,
and
that's where I don't like it. I don't want to have to play with somebody else.
I'm
But
down.
that's why
I'm
it's
down.
interesting.
That's why it's
it's
interesting. That's the
unique.
selling point. If it
I
wasn't
know.
that, then no one would buy it. Anyways,
Exactly. That's
it's
why I'm not
and it's
buying
by the guys who made Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
Who
Oh.
they know how to do two characters.
They know how to do co-op. Anyways,
Brothers, not really.
they know how to have
Is
two
that the one
characters
where
work together.
you
Yes.
do two? Yeah.
They
Where you-
like having two.
So
characters.
Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons is a game where you control two characters, one with your right hand, one with your left hand on a controller.
Yeah.
And it tells a really, really good story.
Mm-hmm.
And it's deep and so what basically the guy who made that game, he was a movie director, and then he decided to make an indie game, which is Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, and that was a huge success. And now he's been given money, and he's making like a Shawshank Redemption. Well, actually,
It's like
apparently it
Shawshank
goes
Redemption-
past that.
It's like Shawshank Redemption set in the 70s.
Yeah, and it goes past when you escape.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a full out story game where you both play as two different characters who might have different what's the word?
They have different backgrounds.
Different
which means
backgrounds.
They can do different things.
Yeah, so
They
so
showed
you
an
might
example of
you
one-
might be against your friend sometimes doing certain things. I don't know, but the most interesting thing is it has contextual split screen. So sometimes the screen will be split down the middle, this way vertically. Sometimes it'll be split horizontally. Sometimes this person will be in like a 16:9 cutscene while the other person's in like a vertical thing
Like
trying to run
split.
around. Sometimes they'll get into a vehicle and it'll open up into the whole screen for both of them. Tons of cool things.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's really neat. It's
Yeah.
really
And hopefully it's nice and short. And it's just like you sit down with a friend for 4 or 5 hours and beat through it.
4 or 5 hours.
Beat through it.
Feels so short.
That's what I want from it. I don't want anything longer than that.
I think any longer than that, you won't be able to finish it with a friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now there is online co-op as well, but I think
Yeah, that was really weird. They're like, it's like we're forcing you to do local co-op, but also online.
Well, the point is,
Well,
is
a
that
lot
you'll see their screen too. You'll see what they're doing.
a lot of people missed that. They mentioned in their presentation that there was online co-op, but then there was like the IGN after show I was watching. They were like, I can't believe there's no online co-op. I'm like, I go back in the video. There is online co-op. And they just didn't hear it. And like there's a bunch of comments saying, I can't believe there's not online co-op. But they were getting like,
Huh.
Yeah, I guess they didn't push it.
They
They didn't say it outwardly enough.
You know
Interesting.
what? I like local co-op. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm down.
That's why I play Halo games.
Yeah.
You know, I play it for the story.
That's,
I mean,
that's
yeah.
the big surprise right there. No Halo 6 teaser. There should have been at least like we are making a Halo 6.
No, but what there was this is probably I'm the only one excited about this, was DLC for Halo Wars 2, and they brought back the Flood. I'm super excited
I
for
thought that was cool.
I'm excited. Because that means that the Flood is back in the universe, and they can get rid of the fucking Prometheans.
Nick,
Because no one cares about the Prometheans.
Nick, did you like the trailer for Is it Dead or Alive 2?
I didn't see it.
What?
Oh, Nick, this is
What
this
trailer?
is
What
this
game?
is
What game?
You mean
Probably
Beyond
not.
Good and Evil?
Beyond Good and Evil.
Beyond Good and Evil 2. The
Did you watch
trailer.
I saw screenshots of a really ugly pig.
Okay, we'll
the
show it
trailer.
for you because that is a Nick game. Or I don't know. I don't know whether
Why is that a Nick?
I don't think it's necessarily a Nick.
Okay, here we have to. It's like we're like way
we'll wrap
over.
it up and then show Nick.
So other things from it: Xbox One X.
I could
It's
care less.
$100 more than the PlayStation and has the same tech. Love it.
It's
Um,
apparently better tech.
apparently, Steam Greenlight mass
Okay.
approved a shitload of games before they moved on to Steam Direct. Right before we got Halen in there, crying. And also, we really need to decorate this because this is bland as fuck.
We could
Sorry, it's my basement.
we should have put a poster up here, like a big.
Yeah, I want to
we
put.
should put up a whole bunch of posters.
I want to put like a bunch of stuff on the
Maybe
back.
like shelves or something.
I want to get
Let's
like
go to IKEA.
get like a. I have a cheap tripod. We'll set up the camera so it's always in like the right place and
Yeah.
We'll redecorate this whole place. It'll be great.
We're
All right.
hijacking their basement.
Cool. We'll see you guys next Thursday.
Yep.
Next
We're
Thursday.
going back to normal scheduling.
Yeah, back to normal schedule. And hopefully we have some interesting stuff to show everybody in the next couple weeks. Maybe.
Anyway.
Maybe not. Anyways.
Not to say too much.
Not to say too much.
All right.
We will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.
See you later.
Thanks for watching.